Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Castle Tech Talk, Episode 4, Public Cloud Puppies series, where we'll be talking about GCP. And on this show, we take 10 minutes to speak with technical experts that help me, but also help you get just a little bit smarter. Today, I'm joined by fellow Racker and solutions architect, Maik Ellerbrock. He says it better than I do. But Maik, hey, thank you so much for joining us here today. I just wanted to kind of ask you if you could tell us just a little bit about yourself and your technical background.
Yeah, sure. Thanks for having me here. Yeah, you got the name pretty much right. It's Maik Ellerbrock, yeah. So first of all, I'm father and husband. You know, I have a 2.5-year-old daughter. My wife is currently pregnant. We're expecting a baby in 2 weeks. So interesting times. I'm in the IT since now almost 20 years in September. So in the past, I started in network security, operations, programming, went then to DevOps team lead later on, become a cloud architect, got specialized in AWS. And then I came to Rackspace around a year ago. We are located in Rackspace in Germany, based in Munich.
Very nice. And so you've been with the Rackspace for about a year. You said you started off in AWS, but I've also seen a lot of your posts and you have quite a few certificates with GCP. What's been your kind of attraction towards GCP?
Yeah, I mean, my journey at GCP started around 2-3 years ago, you know, playing around more, having a look, trying things out. Mm-hmm. Then when I applied for my job at Rackspace, I know, okay, these guys are serious about multi-cloud, so I have to ramp up my game in all major clouds. So I went deep down the rabbit hole, really learned the deep dive, basically the technology. Also went through the certification. This is kind of a requirement from Rackspace that we, you know, they want the people, the architects, in front of the customers really know their stuff. And for that is a requirement to be able to be certified in these technologies.
Got it. And what's been your professional experience with GCP? Like what do you find very unique about it? How has it been helpful for businesses?
So let's say to find the right solution for the customer is always, you know, the important thing for us. So we're focusing on the business needs from the customer. Where are they right at the moment, and where would they want to go? And from there, with this information, we're trying to find the right solution for them. It's not that we say, hey, this cloud is better than this, or this operating system or programming language. The answer is always, it depends. So GCP, you know, and AWS or Azure, they in the wide field, they are very similar from the services they offer. So they all have cloud services like virtual machines, serverless, end-to-end storage. But you know, if you look in more details, they are in a way special. So GCP, for example, if you ask me what is special about GCP, is for example where they differentiate to other clouds is they have billing per second. You know, AWS, for example, bill you per hourly running instances. I think you can say the pricing is in general very interesting if you go to GCP. Like always, you can say it for everything. It also there depends. But for VMs could be, for example, more cheap to run it on GCP. They are really have the big bandwidths. I mean, they have the Google networking. So they have their private high performance fiber channel networking, which is globally. So this is also really one of the main points. I mean, there are a lot of things like, for example, Kubernetes, which is really big now, comes originally from Google. So they invented it. This was before called Borg. They used it internally, so they have years and years of experience with this container technology, where we basically then they open sourced it. But for example, the integration from Kubernetes in the platform is really great on GCP. Just to name a few things.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's quite a bit that you could talked to on GCP, and that might be a longer conversation. One of the things that I've asked everyone that I've had on the show, and it's kind of a funny question, and now I feel kind of silly for asking it because I know the answer, but I'm still going to ask you: should businesses move to GCP to save money?
I mean, really, here it depends. You need to understand that the company, the business needs where they are right now at the moment. It's otherwise you not really can say it. Like what is the right programming language? It depends what problem you're trying to solve. For the database, for the data centers, what you have already using right now, where you want to go, what are your plans? I think GCP is a great platform. It can bring a lot of benefits. Just to name a few, I mean, if you really want to go modern nowadays, agile, like they say, DevOps approach, automation, infrastructure as code. I mean, you cannot do this on your own little data center if you don't have really a private cloud running, which is API based. So, to go this path, really to automate everything and, go this more modern approach, it's really expensive to build it on your own, in your own data center, get it audited, get your certification and so on. Definitely there it makes sense to think about, plan, if a public cloud and which one is the right for you.
So when we're talking about this, and let's say that a small business is watching right now, so the CTO or the director of IT, or maybe even the consultant for the end client, they're watching this video right now. What are some of the challenges that they're going to encounter when trying to make this move to the cloud?
I would think, to having the right mindset and knowledge is the most important thing, because the cloud itself, you have all the services there. Everybody can use them, but to use them in the right way, cost efficient, security, performance, and. You can make a lot of mistakes if you just, yesterday I shared it, for example, public S3 bucket leakage. This stuff happens all the time because people make some small mistakes. And, it's also if you move from your data center to the cloud and you have your old thinking and you move it just one-to-one to the cloud, you would burn money. So you need to, re-architect, you need to think cloud native, find more managed services. I mean, at the end of or the whole part of it is you want to save time and money to go there. So you want to go managed services. You don't want to install your databases on virtual machines and be responsible for everything like on the data centers. You want to give up this responsibility as much as you can to providers or managed service providers like Rackspace, who can take care for this for you. That you can basically focus on your business and do what makes you great. And
like for me, I'm not really much of a handy guy. Like I could change my oil, but it might take me a little longer, and I'd rather just take it into the dealership and like, hey, you guys handle that, and I can work or catch fun emails or whatever I need to do. So that makes sense, especially since changing the oil is definitely not as complex as architecting a solution or a new environment in a cloud where maybe you don't have the expertise in, right?
Yeah,
still,
absolutely. But with the car, I'm the same. I'm on your side, man. I also bring it better way. I don't.
Yeah. So just to wrap things up, what advice would you give someone who is considering making that move right now? What would you tell them to help them when they're very early on?
I mean, I really think, when you want to make the move to the cloud, it would be good advice to speak to people like us from Rackspace, really to talk where you are right now, what are your plans, and find the right solution for you to get there. Maybe we are a good fit, maybe we are not. But to get this experience, like we, for example, have at Rackspace, we're doing it for thousands and thousands of customers in different industry. You went through a long path learning what is working, what is not working. To do this on your own, you can do it, but it's a very hard and painful way. I done it before in the industry, and I know how long and complex and frustrating it can be. So to really, get this on this rocket ship, basically Rackspace, get you up and running fast. We help you there, you know, also teach you what are the right ways, and then from there you take it. Would be probably my advice, which helps you if you have no experience.
Yeah. Don't try to reinvent the wheel, right? If someone's already done it and bruised their knees a bunch of times, you know, maybe they can help you avoid some of those mistakes.
Absolutely.
Right? Okay. Hey, Mike, I want to thank you so much for being on the show, and thank you all for watching. Join us next week. I will not have the flu next week. We'll have another episode when we'll continue this series on public cloud puppies. Take care, everyone.
Cheers.